All right, hello there. Welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. Well, I'm excited today to share my thoughts on a recent release in the Criterion Collection on Blu-ray. This is a title that is a new film that came out in 2023 or 2022, but it's from director Justine Triet. I think it's a 2023 film, right? Yeah. 2023 from Justine Triet, spine number 1218. It's Anatomy of a Fall, starring German actress Sandra Huller. And this is a courtroom drama that I really got into. I really dig this film. So I do want to spend a few minutes today sharing with you my thoughts on this title. I'm a little bit behind on getting this review out with, of course, work schedule and things on the home front. This got pushed back a few days, but nevertheless, I'm here to share my thoughts on this title. So I'm looking forward to telling you what I think about this movie, what I think about how the picture quality and audio quality looks on this 4K discs, looks and sounds, and the special features, and whether or not this is a title that you should consider adding to your cart for what we hope to be a 50% off sale at Barnes and Noble in just a few weeks as of the time this video is going up. So hopefully we're getting a 50% off sale in July. Is Anatomy of a Fall, Spine 28 1218 worth picking up? Let's talk about it. Anatomy of a Fall. This is a film from French director Justine Triet, starring German actress Sandra Huller. And I really enjoyed this film. I'll just go ahead and just tell you, this is a really thrilling courtroom drama film. If you like courtroom dramas, this is a really neat film. It's a French film. So if you're in the United States, such as I am, of course, if you're used to seeing courtroom thrillers based upon our legal system in the United States, it's interesting seeing it from the perspective of the French judicial system. So I thought that was pretty interesting, seeing the courtroom proceedings in a foreign country. And just the story itself is very fascinating. You have Sandra Huller, who's playing a character named Sandra Voiter. She is a writer, and her husband, basically, in the very beginning of this film, dies from a fall from the roof or from the top story of the house. And he falls, hits his head on a shed, and basically ends up dying. And so, this film, Anatomy of a Fall, is the examination of what happened to cause him to die. Did Sandra Voiter, did the wife have something to do with his death? Was it accidental? Was it a suicide? What exactly went down? What is the anatomy of this fall in terms of how it happened? That's why this film is titled the way it is. And this courtroom drama does a really nice job of, of helping the viewer or leading the viewer down a path to trying to piece together, okay, what exactly happened here? Is she guilty? Did she have something to do with it? Or is she innocent? What's going on here? So I really enjoyed the way that Justine Triet lays out this story. You have some flashbacks and different, pieces being shown and spooned to the viewer along the way. But I really like the way she laid this film out. So let me read the back of the case here. It says, the closer we look, the less we know in Justine Triet's masterful Oscar-winning Anatomy of a Fall. This film won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay, got a lot of buzz at this most recent Oscars ceremony. So ever since this was announced, I've been really excited to check this film out, and I'm very glad that I did. So it's an eerily riveting courtroom thriller that examines the line where truth becomes fiction and fiction becomes truth. When Sandra Voiter, a transfixing Sandra Huller, she's so good in this movie, folks, so good. Really, all the actors. She's a writer who turns the material of her life into auto fiction, is put on trial for the suspicious death by defenestration, or was it suicide, of her husband. It opens up an inquiry that will turn a troubled home inside out, tapping into the minimalist intensity of a chamber drama and using intricate elliptical editing. Triet constructs a mystery that is ultimately less about a death than about the hidden lives we lead. So that's a really big part of this film, is as you get into this film and go through the courtroom drama and the things that are uncovered, you learn more about Sandra Voiter, you learn more about her son. in this film, you learn more about the characters, but mainly about Sandra herself. Who is Sandra? Who is her son? Who are they as people? And you just learn about them over the course of this movie, and you put the pieces together of this mystery of what happened to her husband. I'll open up this case here. You can see the inside here. You see the front and the back. Very, very, very nice. Of course, on the inside, you see here her husband in this movie was doing some work at this top story of the house, and that's the site where he fell off of. And the mystery is, how did it happen? Right? That's what you're trying to piece together in watching this thrilling courtroom drama. So let me pull up some information here. I'll go through some slides, and we'll get a little bit more texture and understanding of this fascinating film. Of course, this film, Anatomy of a Fall, won the 2023 Palme d'Or award at the Cannes Film Festival. Very prestigious award. The most recent winner, or the 2023 winner, was Anatomy of a Fall. So very, very awesome. And of course, this is a picture of Justine Triet. I have a misspelling here. It's Triet. So please forgive my misspelling there. Sorry about that. Justine Triet, not Trier. My apologies. But yeah, 2023 Palme d'Or winner. This film stars German actress Sandra Huller. She plays Sandra Voiter in this film, and young French actor, I think he's only 15 years old, Milo Machado Grainer. He played her son in this film. Her son, who has a vision impairment, and so he is a partial witness, sort of a witness as to what happened. So his testimony plays a big role in this film, a huge role in this film. And so you get to see things from his perspective, from Sandra's perspective, and it's really fascinating how this story is laid out, both in the present and flashing back to the past as you piece things together. You have French actor Swan Arlaud at the bottom there. He is playing her attorney, Sandra's attorney in this film. So basically, Sandra is on trial for the murder of her husband. Did she murder him or not? And French actor Swan Arlaud is her attorney, and really loved his performance in the film. There's a bit of complexity in the relationship between attorney and client there that is interesting, seeing that played out. Of course, you have French actress Jenny Beth here, who is also another witness. She is a student who, at the very beginning of the film, is interacting with Sandra's character right before the fall. So she plays an important role as a witness in this story. And of course, you have Sandra Huller's Sandra Voiter and Swan Arlaud's Maître Vincent Renzi. Of course, they are the attorney and the client, and they have a very fascinating dynamic in this film. So, so good. The acting in this film is incredibly strong from both Sandra Huller, from the young boy Milo. He does an amazing job, and her attorney. Everybody just did a really good job. But at the center point of it all, that really sells this movie and makes it compelling, is Sandra Huller. Just her strength of character in this film is so powerful. How she conveyed this character was just amazing, and really sold the intrigue and the mystery of this film. You don't know whether to sympathize with her, whether to love her, to hate her. You really don't know, and it's really very compelling the way she portrayed this character. This is a really compelling courtroom drama. Of course, you see Milo playing his character in this film as he's giving testimony. You see the other actress here, of course, Jenny Beth, as she is giving testimony in the courtroom. And you see this diagram here, which shows a diagram potentially of Sandra and the husband potentially in an argument that might or might not have led to him falling off the top of this structure, this house, and landing to his death. But a very compelling courtroom drama going through the facts of this case. The facts, and trying to piece together, okay, what are the facts? What's fiction? What happened? What might have happened? Very interesting part of this film that you get from the very beginning. And this is one of those cases where, popular culture can influence or play a big role in a lot of the films, not only here in the United States, but internationally. Who would have thought that this French film from a French director would have anything to do with a song from 50 Cent? But 50 Cent song PIMP, which came out, I guess, over 20 years ago, you see him here performing it at the 2003 BET Awards. This is a song that played a pretty big role in the early part of this film because it's playing at the beginning of the film and in certain parts of the courtroom time. And, I'll just sort of let you watch the film and see the role that it's playing. But it's sort of interesting how this film has how this particular song, and it was kind of re-performed by a different group as an instrumental, and they use basically the cover of this song as a big plot point in this film. So I thought that was very, very fascinating. So yeah, so that is a little bit more about this film. So 50 Cent has a role in the film that won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay by French director Justine Triet, not Trier, starring German actress Sandra Huller, Anatomy of a Fall. So really good movie. If you like courtroom dramas, I definitely highly, highly recommend Anatomy of a Fall. Now, in terms of how does this look on Blu-ray, how does it sound on Blu-ray? To cut to the chase, it looks and sounds really good. I mean, this is a 2K digital master. It's a new film, so it came out in 2023. So you're getting a 2K digital master, you're getting 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio. It sounds really, really good. So the fact that you have this hip hop song that plays a pretty big role in the audio of this film during certain parts, it comes across beautifully in the audio. The dialogue comes across really well. All the sounds are beautifully rendered on this 5.1 track. And this is a beautiful high definition image of a new film. So it looks really, really good. Shot digitally, I would imagine. And it's a 2K digital master, and it looks fantastic. The special features are also very good. You get a new interview with director Justine Triet, which I thought was very fascinating. You get some deleted alternate scenes with some commentary by Triet. I found it interesting seeing the audition footage of young actor Milo Machado Grainer, as well as Antoine Renarts. And you also get some rehearsal footage of Machado Grainer and actor Sandra Huller. So them rehearsing together. There's a short program about the dog who plays Snoop, featuring trainer Laura Martin. So that's really good because the dog Snoop in this film played a pretty big role in the overall plot of this film. You have a trailer, and then you have an essay by critic Alexander Schwartz that's included in the insert here. So let me pull that out. It's a very excellent essay in this insert of Anatomy of a Fall. And it is Seeing and Believing by Alexander Schwartz. So I highly recommend checking out this essay by Alexander Schwartz. It is a really good one that gives you some further insight into this film, into the director, and just the story that's being conveyed in Anatomy of a Fall and the way it lays out this courtroom drama in this French setting. Overall, this is a really strong release from the Criterion Collection. It is a fantastic film. If you like courtroom dramas, I highly, highly recommend it. The only gripe I would have about this film is that it is a little bit on the long side. It comes in at 151 minutes. So, it's one of those things where I think probably a good 20 minutes could have been trimmed off of this film. Maybe a little of the fat, could have been trimmed off, but that's just a minor complaint. I was enthralled with this film and just had to see it all the way to the conclusion. And I enjoy a good courtroom drama. And that is exactly what you get in this film, Anatomy of a Fall. And what I really love about it is that you get not only a good courtroom drama, but you also get it from the perspective of a courtroom drama in a foreign country. And you get some insight into the legal system, in a country outside of the United States. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on Anatomy of a Fall. Definitely recommended for this upcoming July Barnes & Noble sale. Fingers crossed that we get that. but I'm looking forward to it. But if you have not seen this film and you're wondering whether or not it's worth picking up, I can definitely say it is, especially if you like a good courtroom drama. And if you like foreign films, it is an absolute no-brainer. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about Anatomy of a Fall? What do you think about any other films from this director, Justine Triet, and any other films that Sandra Huller has appeared in? Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Any recommendations in that regard? And as always, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace.